Progressive Christian devotional in 3 minutes or less. Ask multiple people who identify as Christians who they think Jesus is, and they will often use similar language. Messiah, Savior, Son of God, Incarnation of God, etc. But the differences become apparent when you ask them to explain the language they use. For instance, if you asked 16-year-old Pentecostal me what I meant when I said Jesus was the Messiah, the Savior, or the Son of God, I would have explained, Jesus is the one who died a horrifically violent death, who experienced the wrath that humanity deserved. Jesus saves us from having to spend an eternity in hell, a punishment that we all deserve. In other words, teenage me viewed Jesus' saving mission primarily in terms of judgment, punishment, and an afterlife. The central focus of Jesus' life, ministry, death, and resurrection was to help humanity avoid being tortured in hell. Now, however, when I call Jesus Savior, Messiah, or Son of God, I mean something radically different. I am using the same language I did at 16 years old, but the significance behind those words and titles have changed. For me, when I say Jesus is Savior, I don't mean he saves us from an eternity of hellfire, but he saves us from the torture that we, as humans, inflict on ourselves and each other. God saves us from our need to dominate other people, to subjugate them, to create a society based on hierarchy. When I say that Jesus is my Messiah, I'm saying that I refuse to worship the false gods of empire. Violence, hatred, racism, patriarchy, capitalism, nationalism, etc. Jesus frees us from the lies of empire, lies that say we need to not only get ahead, but we need to do so at the expense of our neighbors. Lies that say we need to protect what is ours, and to do that, we need to hurt those who are different from what dominant society says is normal or ideal. Jesus to me isn't some figure in the sky whose only concern is the afterlife, but Jesus cares about the here and now. Jesus invites us into his work of creating a just world. Prayer. God, help us to think deeply about the words and concepts we use to describe who Jesus is. Reflection. Who is Jesus to you?